So I'm just gonna do a like video on how the Marxist view of the state at least should be, because I've seen just a general tone of anarchism. Well, not anarchism, but it's just so uncertain by the general, like, at least online leftist Marxist community. Because when we say that we want the state to withdraw away, we don't mean that we don't have a state. I mean, we don't mean that we have like a state in the modern way of the term. So I mean, okay, fuck, I don't fucking know what I'm saying. We have a state in the modern way of the term, which is like a government. Because government is essentially, you have to have a government. If you don't have a government, you won't have an organization, and without organization you can't really have freedom. I don't remember the exact quote, but it's like that. If you don't, without government, no movement. Without movement, you have no freedom, or what the fuck. So I mean, it seems that you just think that, oh, it's anarchism, which essentially not. The withering away of the state don't mean that we just have anarchism. I mean, even really, by the like anarchist definition of the state, they should still want a government, like organization, because you can't just have a disorganized communal system without it being shit and falling apart. Because I mean, you need to have that centralization. I mean, I need to fucking get the quote on this from Engels of the state. This is very good production value, I know. Okay, let's the withering of the state. Thanks, Wikipedia. Because I mean, this is like this is the what Marxists at least should believe in what the state or slash government is. Quote, the interference of the state power in social relations becomes superfluous in one sphere after another, and this is that the state becomes unnecessary. And this, by the state you mean the political interference in shit. It becomes fucking unnecessary. Laws, like this is the same with like money. That money largely is unnecessary to have now, but capitalism keeps it because they have to have profit somehow, and then ceases of itself. So the state is like, in socialism, is supposed to just fucking get away. The government of persons is replaced by the administration of things and the direction of the processes of production. Yeah, this is like, you abolish one form of government, the political government, the state, and do that in favor of basically just an industry, large industrial administration, an administration of things and the direction of the processes of production. The state is not abolished, it withers away. I mean, this quote is not that really anti-state. So the big thing is that the state is replaced by government, if you get that. Let me take another quote here. Quote, the free society which organizes production anew on the basis of free and equal association of the producers will put the whole state machinery where it belongs, into the Museum of Antiquities, next to the spinning wheel and a bronze axe. This is... yeah, the state, in Marxist term, is political. The political administration of things. Where we want the... basically just the industrial administration of things, if we're gonna say like that. Let's see what another angles shit there. It proceeds from the concept of the transformation of the state in the previous stage of society called socialism. In socialism, Engels postulates, similar to the arguments of Henri de Saint-Honoré, that in a socialist society, public organization would become primarily concerned with technical issues such as optimal allocation of resources and the determination of production, as opposed to the drafting and enforcing laws, and thus the traditional state functions would gradually become irrelevant and unnecessary for the functioning of society. Engels argued that the state transforms itself from a government of people to the administration of things, and thus will not be a state in the traditional sense of the term. I mean, this is from Wikipedia. I don't fucking know English. But, yeah, this is the Marxist thing. For us, a stateless society is just a society that will no longer require law. The law is basically the origins of politics. You will still have a industrial quote-unquote state that will administer things. Yeah. The concept of the withering away of the states differentiates traditional Marxism from state socialism, which accepted the orientation of the institution of the state, which is basically what USSR was, that they still had a state, which was highly political in nature. They didn't have an industrial institution of things, but they even put down industrial institutions because they threatened the state with real socialism. And anti-statist anarchism, which is different from statist anarchism, which is also called anarcho-capitalism. No, but which demand the immediate abolition of the state, which not even for a temporary post-revolutionary institution of the state. So yeah, Marxism is not state socialism, because in socialism, the political state, the state, have withered away. The goal of a socialist is to institute an industrial institution of the people, by the people. And then they have Soviet Marxism, the Soviet Union, Joseph Stalin took it away, which I think is, I don't know. That's probably the same. I don't fucking know. But yeah, that's just gonna say that the state, it's withering away doesn't mean that all political power, but all like economic centrality is withering away. Like the Soviet Union in socialism or communism would still be the Soviet Union. It would be a union of Soviets. But yeah, it's just that it seems that people simplify it too much in some regards. Yeah, that's basically it I wanted to say, just that the leftist view of the state is radically different from the traditional view of the state. And if you would go by the traditional view of the states would still exist, not as nation states, but as in basically industrial what the fuck's it called, departments. But yeah, that's I just wanted to say that in a too long video, really, by me rambling. Bye.